Hi there. Welcome to day 2 of your intuition course. Today we talk about a very important subject, which is meditation and journaling. This is sort of the bricks and mortar, or the foundation that you're going to benefit from, and I would say need to develop if you're going to succeed at this process of deepening and connecting to yourself and your intuition. So, why are they so important? First of all, when we are receiving messages and images and tuning into our deeper feelings or our more subtle sensations consciously, we're usually in a meditative state of some degree. And meditative states can bring you into yourself enough to listen, to quiet the mind enough to hear these insights, or to receive sudden flashes, sudden feelings. Now, a lot of the time when people begin, they've had a few random experiences that happened to them without trying. You know, something pierced through your barriers, if you will, and you suddenly had a random flash while you were on the bus, or you had a dream that just struck you so hard. Now, that's sort of like your psyche, or maybe perhaps your spirit guides, something sort of screaming at you, like, wake up, hello. But when we're developing it more and we're starting to bring it into our lives to deepen it and as a daily process, we need to learn to put ourselves in a calmer meditative state. If you can't arrive at a calmer mind, chances are your flash or your feeling might be fear-based, might be fantasy, like what you want to happen, or could be projection, something that you're not clear on that is yours, that you're putting onto some other situation. And we have to be very careful what is the difference between those things, because if we walk around thinking that everything we feel must be a prediction, we're going to start to make a mess instead of clearing things. So the first thing you want to do is you want to practice your meditation. So there's going to be an audio that I will put below this video of a guided meditation that you can do. It's to help you fully calm the body, calm the mind, and put energetic protection around yourself. Now, sometimes it's hard at the beginning to see or to feel it. And even me, there's days it's easy and there's days it's harder to arrive in that meditative state, because we're always in flow and change as humans. So you're going to have your good and bad days, but the discipline of doing meditation and a guided meditation, I would say if you really are serious, you do this every day, once a day, is going to help you enormously. The second part of this process is journaling. Journaling is so important, because if you don't have somebody in your life you can bounce this off of, you need to have somewhere to write down a record of all your sensations, all your impressions, all your, I'm getting a feeling about this, or I had this flash the other day there. If you keep a running journal and log of what's going on for you, sometimes you can turn back the pages a few weeks later, a few months later, and something you didn't think made any sense back then turns out to be accurate. And this becomes important because you can remember and go, oh, that's how I felt that moment when I had that weird dream, or when I had that weird sense about this person. That turned out to be right. So just to go over it one more time, it's extremely important that we learn the practice of meditation and journaling to aid your progress with your intuitive abilities. To calm the mind is to be able to hear the more subtle or tiny little voice, or that little sensation that tells you something is off, or I don't know why, but this feels good, even though logic tells me not to, but my intuition's telling me, yeah, no, this would be good. We have to quiet the mind from anxiety, fear, stress before we can hear that little voice. So meditation is really crucial. As I mentioned, there is going to be an audio below this video. I would suggest that you try to do it every day that you can. And it's going to give you overall body relaxation. It can help you release any anxiety or stress. Allow yourself to release any emotions that come up as you do it. That's all part of the process, all very normal. And then I offer at the end of the video, of the audio, is a cleansing and protection, energetic protection. Some people have a hard time seeing that around them at first, or visualizing that part. Some days it's going to just be so easy and you're going to feel amazingly warm and light and high and lovely. And other days it's harder, and that's all normal too. But the more you practice, the easier it's going to be. And that way also we know energetically that we are protected in what we are receiving. If you have a hard time seeing the light all around you in the meditation, then you might have some difficult situations or people in your life or energies around your life that make it harder to know whether you're accurate or not. And this is one way that you can start to meditate and use this protection and help yourself. The journaling is really important because it's like you're having a conversation with yourself, which is sort of what we're doing with intuition as well. You need somewhere to write things down, somewhere where you don't have to censor yourself, somewhere where you can write down every teeny tiny little thing, even if you think it might be crazy, you write it down. Sometimes you'll turn back the pages months later and realize you were right. So if you can get yourself into the mindset that you're going to meditate and write throughout this process, you're going to see a lot more progress in yourself and in your intuitive abilities. So stay tuned for the next video. I hope you have a good day and enjoy your meditation.